Freemason ni kat Malaysia kuat tak?
Kuat, memang kuat.
Yeah.
So this podcast might be taken down too or no?
I don't know.
I don't know. We might have to cut this part off lah, Freak. This might be too deep. I might be reaching too deep for that one. Bahaya lah. Oh Tuan, you just gave us a lot of information. Secara ringkas, Tuan rasa COVID-19 is fake?
It's fake.
Tak ada hal bro, memang tak ada hal bro. Memang tak ada hal bro. Memang tak ada hal. Yo, drop it on.
Alright, Dr. Roland. This is probably the most requested topic on my Instagram for the past 8 days. What is the IHR? For those that don't know.
Okay, so let's get it down. So IHR is International Health Regulation. So we had this since 2005 dah mula ada dah. Tetapi sejak lepas pandemik ni, tiba-tiba tahun lepas ada desas-desus dia nak buat amendment ataupun perbaharuan ataupun penambahbaikan. Tetapi isu yang kita hadapi now
Wait, who proposed it? WHO?
WHO.
Okay.
Of course, because WHO. So IHR's function is a very broad scope. In terms of crisis or pandemic, they will have to regulate sea trade, movement of people, movement of products, medical products, etc., vaccines, prophylaxis and everything. So the issue we had recently was the new amendments are a bit fishy.
Okay.
A bit fishy in the sense of dia akan mungkin mengancam status kedaulatan negara atau dan juga hak-hak asasi manusia, and we're talking about the Malaysians.
And this was proposed way back in 2005.
Oh, this was no. The regulations already existed since 2005.
Okay.
This amendments was proposed last year.
Okay.
And I think Tuan Jufliz, myself, we've been tracking this not yesterday or last week. We've been on this like for almost a year, kan Tuan Jufliz? Almost a year, and we've been talking to politicians globally, US, UK, Canada. And we're talking to legal advisors and everything, and everybody seems to be concerned there is some issue with the new amendments.
And why do you think they want to do it?
Power grab, simple as that.
WHO want to do a power grab. As a lawyer, what's your take on IHR?
Basically, during the pandemic, what I can see, they're using emergency under the pretext of health issue.
Okay.
Basically, they want to test us to have a lockdown. It's basically what they call it. Try to take over the whole world using some sort of global coup d'etat. You see, they are testing us. You see?
Sebagai pandemic lah.
This pandemic, because the pandemic is fraud. There's no virus at all.
Whoa.
For me.
So COVID does not.
Yeah, because
COVID didn't exist.
Because I believe, because today either you are going into a germ theory or the terrain theory.
So I'm still gonna be with germ theory here.
Okay.
But I've been saying, Dr. Roland, this is a false binary. They force you to come back to that. But I don't want to comment too much. Okay, don't worry.
Okay.
But at least some people start realizing that even the germ theory, we have problem during the pandemic because we believe that the virus does not come from zoonotic. But most of them, even Dr. Marty, believe this is a gain of function thing since 1965, all that. But I don't believe all that stuff.
Whoa, Tuan, you just gave us a lot of information.
Yes.
Tapi secara ringkas.
Okay,
Tuan rasa COVID-19 is fake.
It's fake. There's
Sebab apa, Tuan?
Sebab for me, under the terrain theory, I believe only cuma ada basically kuman dan bakteria. There's no virus. Virologists, for me, it doesn't exist. Penyakit-penyakit ni tak wujud. I'm against even akta penyakit-penyakit tu sendiri.
Tuan, tapi you're a doctor.
Okay.
For Tuan to announce that COVID is fake, takkanlah semua doktor bila kita buat COVID testing zaman PKP tu cucuk hidung lah semua. Kan it says that positive COVID-19.
Okay.
What's that?
Okay, so
if it's fake, then what is that?
I wouldn't want to say right or wrong. So my thing is very simple. So virus is a non-living subject.
Okay.
It's a protein.
Kita boleh cakap Melayu?
Boleh.
Okay,
Virus adalah protein.
Okay.
Tapi kalau kita kata COVID itu tak wujud, I akan agree because the virus can replicate. Maksudnya bila masuk dalam badan, dia boleh hijack your cells and multiply and then spread. So when we look into COVID, of course they termed it pandemic, but I see it as a bioweapon warfare.
somebody armed it.
The data is out there. DARPA is saying that they think it's gain of function. It came out from the lab. It didn't had a spillover from the.
Was it the Wuhan lab?
Okay, the argument about this germ theory, and some basically against germ theory because of it's not come from genetic. Okay, but they said that it's been created through the lab. It started from US and then they sent to UK and even tried to in complicit with the China and kononnya from the Wuhan.
Kononnya.
Okay, kononnya from Wuhan. So a lot of people are accepting that. For me, I even don't accept all that. Although I'm taking legal action over because it's from the lab. But later I found out that sebenarnya it's not even come from the lab. Because they want us to come to the situation where even you against this zoonotic punya theory, not come from animal, at least you still come back to the germ theory and still believe produk-produk allopathic. You see? Which I tak percaya because I for my life I tak pernah ambil ubat perubatan barat. You see? I always on the germ terror theory punya cara nak rawat diri I, you see? I think the last time I take Panadol I think last 15 years ago I think.
Oh,
you see? Kalau nak kata demam pun I rasa sehingga I demam pun maybe 20 years ago.
Tapi tuan doesn't make you a bit biased towards this argument sebab mungkin you are anti the medical establishment.
Because ini kerja macam Freemason, Rockefeller lah. You see Rockefeller where they come from, bila they control petroleum during the 18th century, they found that petroleum also can create synthetic drugs. So sejarah synthetic drug ni di Amerika ni, they create university, they bunuh banyak doktor-doktor pada ketika itu, see? And now kita sekarang percaya teori kita ialah teori barat, pakai synthetic drug or even half synthetic drug macam ivermectin. I masa tu orang pakai ivermectin, I tak ambil.
Oh yeah.
Because I cuma pakai haftu sauda je. Dalam Quran dia kata, Nabi kata obat lawan semua penyakit kecuali mati. And now scientists dah jumpa benda ni bagi kita energy, bagi kita anti-inflammation and so on. So buat apa kita nak pening kepala?
So tuan rasa memang all this is all fabricated where diorang yang bina virus sama at the same time diorang yang bina the ubat supaya jadi satu macam business.
Ya betul. That's why kita last 3 month pun kita hantar surat pada MP, pada Raja, because kita ada satu buku by Dr. Cohen. And I don't know whether you have read Dr. Cohen punya teori, because when they want to study about the virology, sebenarnya even testing the study tu sebenarnya tak wujud. Kan? So kita realize bahawa ini semua ni just the creation of the big pharma. You see?
And big pharma is big. They're a multi-billion dollar industry.
Yeah.
And they basically control everything.
Control everything. You see, even today macam kita punya doktor hari ni, you tengok hari ni, nak belajar, it's all sponsored by a lot of big pharma behind that. All the orang kata NGO big company yang belajar, yang sponsor kita. You see? So banyakkan doktor-doktor kita dia sebenarnya tak buat research pun. Dia cuma ambil research yang being done by the western side and then claim to be that from there dapatlah doctorate. And then a lot of money is being given to the KKM dan sebagainya. Jadi everybody make a lot of money.
It's purely business.
It's just purely business.
Wow.
Tapi I punya concern, because I pun dah lama isu Freemason semua ni, I've been detecting all this, you see.
Dekat Malaysia kuat tak? Let's just put it out in the open, guys. We're safe. Freemason ni kat Malaysia kuat tak?
Kuat, memang kuat. I mean, it's being registered under ROS. Banyak Freemason punya lodge banyak pun ada kan. So
can we put any names siapa ahli Freemason kat Malaysia?
I tak nak sebut nama.
Tapi kenal tak? Ada
ramai.
Adakah diorang dalam bidang politik?
Even dalam bidang muzik pun even some yang jadi influencer.
Really?
Tapi I tak nak sebut lah.
Sebut je kita selamat. Kita banyak ni kita selamat sini.
Tak, cuba I nampak. You see, agenda diorang ni besar. You see, bila I first time kena lockdown, I cukup terperanjat. Because I kata memang dah sampai masanya, you see, kerja-kerja Dajjal ni dah going into the last phase. You see, kita duduk dalam zaman yang betul-betul zaman yang mana everything is false. Kita nak duit, tapi duit tu riba. Kita nak ubat, tapi buat ubat tu sintetik. So everything is false today. Tapi benda tu real. We need money, we need ubat. Tapi semua benda-benda ni bahaya juga. Macam sekarang, I realize sekarang kita penyakit ni sebab ada 3 sebab. Because of toxic dalam badan, because of deficiency, and because of parasite. And 3 ni hari ni menyebabkan kita sakit. So they use this reason to create COVID-19 because why? PCR test tu pun benda yang tipu. Because it's just to it's actually doktor yang apa tu inventor tu dah mati. Dia sebenarnya buat apa ni PCR tu untuk detect for crime detection. Misalnya kalau ada cebisan something ke dalam crime punya investigation, dia akan buat test tu. Tapi what they do dalam pandemic ni, dia gunakan PCR test, dia amplify. Dia kata okay, ini ada spike protein. Spike protein ni ada banyak. Sebenarnya sekarang kalau you check I pun ada spike protein sekarang ni rasa. Dalam badan I. Tapi tak ada apa-apa. It's not a big problem. What they create sebenarnya ialah dia amplify. Jadi bila you kena apa ni gunakan PCR test tu. Yeah. So bila you kena detain. Detain you follow pula WHO protocol, masuk hospital. Dia biarkan you tak bagi rawatan apa-apa, tak bagi ivermectin, tak bagi vitamin C.
Correct.
By the time dah stage 4 you mati. So it's really false. It's unscientific.
And but then what's the thing that killed them?
Kill them because tak ada rawatan, you biarkan saja.
Dia demam sebab satu virus.
Sakit biasa ke apa ke, it's just a normal flu. Tapi you tak rawat dia, you pergi ke hospital kau macam-macam kuman dalam hospital tu, you biarkan dia. And basically rawatan doktor hari ni ialah rawatan yang ada kesampingan.
Tuan, what's your view in terms of apa matlamat the Freemason? They do all this for what? What's the angle?
Matlamat dia sebab tu I tulis benda ni untuk hantar ke apa ni duta Amerika this coming Friday.
Okay.
My concern sekarang ni, kisah kita akan berpusat-pusat ke arah Jerusalem. You see?
It's related?
Yeah, it's related because now they want to de-dollarization USA and they're going to be, the next ruling state will be Israel. You see? The next ruling state will be Israel. But before coming to the state Israel, kita sekarang berdepan dengan lockdown ni. Ada multiple attack sekarang berlaku kat kita. Satu, menggunakan pandemik yang palsu ni supaya kita dibiasakan bahawa masalah kita bukan masalah nak ada kejutan Israel. Masalah kita ialah masalah penyakit. So dialihkan pandangan kita. Kedua, kita tahu tak bahawa sekarang ni mereka pun dah mempersenjatakan weather. Sejak tahun 77 apa ni United Nations dah keluarkan satu convention, you cannot weaponize weather atau dipanggil N-mode, environmental modification untuk for the military use. Jadi tapi hari ini mereka gunakan even Amerika punya military punya for the 21st century punya agenda ialah menggunakan apa ni mempersenjatakan apa ni weather. So sebab tu hari ni I suspect sama ada kemarau ke banjir ke gempa bumi ke is part of dia punya agenda.
When you say they, we're talking about Freemasons.
Freemason is part of it.
Yeah. Now, who's they? Like I'm trying to draw to draw the graph at the top of the chain. Who's calling all the shots, right?
Kalau you nak tahu siapa the deep state?
Yeah. Who's the deep state?
The deep state basically ialah Yaju Maju.
Oh.
The deep state ialah the European Jew from Khazar, the Empire Khazar dekat belakang Ocean Mountain. They are bringing back the Semitic Jew, so-called Semitic Jew to the Israel today. You see?
And
kalau you go back lagi history ke belakang lagi, sebenarnya dalam Bible pun ada menceritakan benda tu. After the Great Flood, sama ada buku tu dibaca dalam buku Mahabharata ke di India, berbuku lama di Finland ke, berbuku lama di Amerika ke. Kita tahu bahawa the genealogy of the human race is started after the Great Flood, the Noah, Nabi Noh. Nabi Noh ni ada 3 anak, Shem, Ham, Japheth. Tadi abang cakap dengan you tadi benda ni, Shem, Ham, Japheth. The Ham punya lineage mostly the black, the African. You see, they are moving to the Africa sampai dia pergi ke Hawaii. The Shemite, sama ada you orang Arab ke, you orang Yahudi ke, you orang Nasrani, dia ada Shemite, the Shemite punya family. You see, Shemite ni mostly dekat Middle East sampai pergi ke India, sampailah pergi ke Nusantara kita. So orang asli kita ialah Shemite. Japheth the European. You see, they move towards the European until to the Mongolia. Yang sepek-sepek tu pun sebenarnya Japheth. You see, the Genghis Khan is Jufliz. Tapi dalam lineage Jufliz ni, dia ada 7 atau 9 anak according to the Bible, according to some history dalam buku-buku lama, you see. Dan dalam lineage Jufliz ni ada 2 adik-beradik yang paling jahat. Dia panggil the Gog Magog, Ya'juj Ma'juj. It appear in the Bible and it appear in the Quran, surah Al-Kahf dengan surah Anbiya. You see. So when I did my research over this, you see, I got bukti from DNA, anthropology, bukti tentang this Gog Magog, and later I found out bukti ni pun ada dalam Quran. You see? So sejarah Ya'juj Ma'juj ni, dia actually a mercenary, paid killer. You see? Dulu lepas habisnya tamadun, lepas memulainya tamadun Jaffe Ham Shemite ni, tamadun Babylon lah, tamadun Maghrib ni, tiap kali diorang ni bergaduh, pembunuh upahan dia ialah the Gog Magog from the Caucasian. You see? From the Caucasian.
And this is a family. It's a keturunan lah.
Keturunan dia. Ataupun the latest we know that they are the Khazarian, the Khazar Empire dekat selatan Rusia, belakang balik gunung Caucasian ni. Dan apa yang kita nampak, kumpulan Ya'juj Ma'juj ni, the first migration ialah dia pergi ke Europe. Dia pergi ke Europe, dia bertukar wajah, bertukar kaum, bernama dia panggil the Scythian, ataupun today dia panggil the Anglo-Saxon kat England ni. Jadi tetapi tamadun dia berpecah pada abad ke-10. Tetapi ada satu lagi, tapi dia pecah lepas tu pula dekat Bukit Caucasian Mountain dekat Georgia ni, yang kisah Zulkarnain dia tutup tempat tu, tapi akhirnya pecah masa zaman Rasulullah, dan dia pergi keluar kat situ. So apa yang berlaku pada abad ke-7, kalau you check certain history, ada satu raja, nama dia Raja Ulan atau Raja Bulan. Dia berdepan dengan 3 religion pada ketika itu, the Judaism, the Christian and the Muslim. Tapi mereka ni mengamal hantu setan semua ni. Jadi dia decide apa religious yang dia nak pakai for political expediency. So dia decide yang paling lama ialah Judaism. So dia amalkan Judaism lah. So these people are the European Jew. Dia ada European Jew. Dia ada the real Greek state. Ataupun kalau dulu kalau kita tengok Matthew Charles selalu cakap, dia ada Talmudic tyranny.
And these are the deep state.
This is the state yang bekerja dengan Dajjal, bekerja dengan setan. Yang kita bawah ni cuma kita, orang kata budak suruhan je lah. Budak suruhan lah. World Economic Forum ke apa, ini semua budak suruhan. Amerika semua budak suruhan.
Are they in WHO?
Ya. Kalau you tengok banyakkan mereka ni yang duduk kat IMF, WHO, World Bank, dekat Bank International Settlement. Kalau you tengok dekat company besar di dunia seperti BlackRock, Fertility, Vanguard, yang kontrol bertrilion.
BlackRock is $1 trillion.
You tengok muka-muka diorang ni ialah kulit putih, bermata hijau, bermata tu. They are actually the Caucasian.
And these are deep state. These are all deep state
deep
people.
State, sama ada dia law professor dekat US, sama ada dia producer dekat Hollywood.
Wow.
Is it?
They control the world.
Yes.
And now going back to IHR.
Yes.
This is their agenda.
Yes.
To control the world. The next step. Is that right, doctor?
I think so. Kalau kita lihat dari segi IHR, I nak just petik some things which I dapat. Ni dokumen IHR amendment dia.
Okay.
46 muka surat.
Wow. Okay.
Bagi saya, mungkin Tuan Jufliz akan go to a bit detail. For me, the first thing yang amendment yang I rasa tak puas hati is, kepada people di luar sana kena tahu apa yang kita tak puas hati tu. One thing, artikel 1 ni, dia kata standing recommendation. So dulu IHR function dia untuk menasihati Kementerian Kesihatan negeri manalah, tak kisahlah, mungkin Kementerian
Only
Kesihatan, katakan kita ambil contoh Kementerian Kesihatan Wakanda lah. Okay, so the task of WHO is to hanya menasihati. Okay, ada wabak ni, penyakit ni kat sini. Okay, this is mungkin our suggestive plan. But you have your public health expert, you have your doctors, you have your intel, you have your Majlis Keselamatan Negara and everything. Now, you want to use this, you can use it, but this is an advice. So masa tu dia jadi non-binding advice. Dia tulis kat sini, clearly kat sini, non-binding advice. Tapi now, the amendment says, slash out the non-binding. It becomes binding, whether it's a standing recommendation or temporary recommendation. Immediately, kalau you tak buat, maksudnya you langgar the act.
Have any country signed this yet?
Nobody has signed this yet, because you see this kind of amendment hanya perlu sekarang ni dia ada, what is happening now is dia ada working group.
Correct.
So working group ni maksudnya ada technical team diwakili oleh kebanyakan negara. Malaysia pun tengah duduk dalam technical working group ni.
Okay.
And they suggested this on all the amendment ada kat sini.
Okay.
So amendment ni katakanlah macam non-binding ni suggested by Bangladesh. Malaysia pula suggested another 22 other recommendation. Some recommendations memang perlu, tapi some recommendation macam ni tukarkan kepada non-binding kepada binding, we don't like. Another one more, let me read. Restrict all risk with potential to impact public health. Maksudnya apa-apa risk yang rasa boleh kait, dia akan kata dia boleh declare as pandemic. Katakan Malaysia punya populasi jadi 60%, 80% gemuk, dia kata pandemic. Kita isu tak ada nasi ke, tak ada ayam ke kat Malaysia, it's a pandemic. We want to fix this because now the hospitals will be overload. And then they read here, let me read here. In which avoid unnecessary interference with international traffic, trade, livelihoods, human rights and equitable access to health products and healthcare technologies and know-how. Maksudnya even benda ni melibatkan hak asasi manusia pun dia boleh override.
Wow.
So it's clearly stipulated here. And then the other things that also dalam article 3 punya amendment is like they change that human right and equitable access tu kepada principle of equity, inclusivity and coherence. But what does that mean? Kalau dalam Malaysia, kalau kita lihat pada prinsip equity ni, kita faham ada sistem kota and everything, but that is part of our culture. We know that, we respect that. But what is the definition? Adakah definition ni akan impact kepada negara macam Malaysia? Bagi saya, Malaysia ni, we are a developed country. Let's get real. Let's look at what's outside. Look at Bang Kiara. Let's look at it. You cannot say it's not developed. Okay, why kita ni taksub nak jadi macam developing kata ni? And you must understand, then we akan duduk kat tengah-tengah. Negara-negara yang kuasa besar, for example UK, US, Australia, Japan, South Korea and everything, they have significant role play in the global market, like a G7, G20 and everything. Kita bukan part of that pun. And then you have another one more, the lower tier, which is Latin American countries, African countries, certain countries who are in war, confrontation and everything. They don't have the budget for healthcare pun besar macam Malaysia. Malaysia tahun lepas KKN dapat sampai 41 billion for budget 2024. Some countries are running with 3 billion, 4 billion. Tapi population 70 juta, 80 juta. So kalau negara macam kita ni tengah-tengah ni, kita tak adalah ketenteraan macam tu. Kau berani tak kalau macam Rusia kata tak, I don't follow. Kau anybody berani langgar Putin tak?
Tak ada.
Nobody. But in country like Malaysia, you know what, we sanction you because you didn't want to comply, dengue is too high. What are you going to do?
So I heard on my Instagram ramai DM kata ada himpunan, betul? Akan ada himpunan tentang IHR.
Tak tahu lagi. We need to see whether there's some permit.
Someone's leaking some information saying Caprice, you kena turun padang on the 11.
Yeah, there's some discussion
of
that.
Is it because diorang syak kita nak sign benda ni ke apa? Apa punca tiba-tiba ada gerakan nak ada himpunan?
Mungkin Jufliz nak jawab ke?
Okay, sebelum saya jawab ni, I nak komen sikit tentang undang-undang pasal isu IHR ni. I nak just compare dulu. Masa pandemik sebelum tu, kita masih gunakan Health Regulation 2005. Under WHO pada masa tu pun, kalau kita tengok Constitution dan sebagainya, bahawa mesti menghormati hak asasi manusia and the maruah manusia, the dignity of the people. Tapi yang memeranjatkan kita, bila dia declare emergency and lockdown, dekat Malaysia dia tak ikut human right. Kan? Maknanya kita ada hak human right. Even WHO suggesting that, but the government tak buat benda macam tu pula. Dia langgar human right sebab dia kata ini volunteer, you ambil vaksin contohnya katakan. Kerana benda ni bahaya, sakit dan sebagainya. Tapi bila you tak ambil, dia gunakan tindakan ekonomi. Maknanya gunakan riba lah maknanya. Maknanya kalau you tak ambil, you tak boleh bekerja. I pergi mahkamah pun sampai I bergaduh dengan ramai hakim-hakim pada ketika tu. Sebab Cik Ahmad, kenapa you tak pakai muka? Saya ni anti-vaksin. Because I want to test to the hakim, see whether you going to punish me or not now. Is it? So dia kata dengan I, kenapa sampai macam ni? So I kata, I cakap dengan dia lah, I mean quietly in some of the judges kat mahkamah, I kata macam ni lah, I kata benda ni ialah sukarela. Tetapi I nak turun bawah nak pergi makan pun I tak boleh pergi makan kerana kena ambil 2 dos, saya kata. Tapi kalau you baca betul-betul kata yang Arif, kan, dia kata apa? Kalau you ambil vaksin, tak ada jaminan untuk mendapat COVID-19 akan datang. So I kata apa beza you ambil dengan I tak ambil? You ambil pun akan tak ada jaminan pun you akan kena balik.
Betul.
I tak ambil pun mungkin I kena balik, kata.
Betul.
Okay, square lah, one to one.
Yes.
Tapi kalau you ambil pula, dia kata I akan ada kesan sampingan. I takkan ada. So I kata, okay, I don't play Russian roulette, I kata. As simple as that je. Jadi ada risk lah. You know about that. And I know got for sure before that, because I keluarkan banyak surat-surat untuk tolak vaksin to most of my client at that time, about I think 6-7 ribu orang across Malaysia masa ketika itu. You see? Dan ketika itu apa yang I nampak ketika itu ialah mereka paksa juga ambil vaksin. Mereka katakan under OSHA, katakan under safety punya regulation semua ni, siapa yang tak ambil ni tak boleh pergi bekerja. Tapi under OSHA, even the employer have the right untuk protect dia punya diri, untuk tak nak ambil apa-apa pun rawatan pencegahan employee. Jadi, tapi now you paksa. Kalau you tak, you kena ada medical exemption. Kenapa nak ada medical exemption? Kita ada hak under persekutuan untuk melindungi kita punya tubuh badan dan nyawa. Kita ada OSHA juga, bahawa tiap-tiap pekerja ada hak untuk menentukan apa rawatan pencegahan dia. So bila I tengok perkara-perkara macam ni, I kata banyak juga dia orang langgar undang-undang. Even macam Pfizer is not a vaccine, is an experimental gene therapy, and melanggar Akta Penyakit-Penyakit 342, because under definition of immunization ialah mana-mana antigen yang diambil daripada luar, you lemahkan dia, lepas tu you lawan dia.
That's the definition of vaccine.
Itu definition of vaccine. Maknanya vaksin yang konvensional,
that's fucked up.
ringkas dia macam tu. Ringkas dia macam tu. Maknanya konvensional vaksin ialah you ambil kononnya satu patogen yang bahaya, you lemahkan dia, jadi kawan, lepas tu kalau ada penyakit, dia akan lawan musuh dia.
Wow.
As simple as that. Kan? Tapi Pfizer dia bukan macam tu, pasal dia keluarkan daripada badan. Jadi even definition of 342 tu pun Pfizer tu langgar. So I kata dia langgar akta ni, dia langgar ni. And I came to know pun, bila you pakai buat PCR test, I came to know pula sebenarnya is carcinogen, because why? Ada ethnic oxide. Ethnic oxide under OSHA pun tak boleh digunakan kepada tubuh badan. Ada certain amount of usage untuk dia pergi ke ruang udara. But now you actually buat testing, cucuk kat hidung semua ni.
True.
So that also is ada carcinogen.
I want to add a bit. You want to say anything?
No, I'm
Okay.
good.
Akta 342 last year, masa Ismail Sabri jadi PM, there was a lot of debate untuk gubal akta ni, and to give a lot of powers to the Director General of Health masa tu.
Time tu DJ siapa?
Who else? The big guy.
What's his name?
I don't want to mention his name because we have a court case against him. So I'm not going to mention case.
Damn.
Because
Okay, so basically DJ waktu tu lah.
Yes. So
faham.
but with that it shows that you boleh diletakkan dengan peranti and all of this, and there was so much of power to be given to a possible Director General of Health at that time. Jadi last Ismail Sabri pun withdraw that thing, because he knew the powers that could to be given to such authority will be too much. And the same thing, if you see dalam artikel 12 IHR, Director General WHO pun dia nak power macam tu. And power macam tu, dia boleh minta satu negeri tu, okay, kalau ada issues regarding to some outbreak, wabak and everything, kalau you tak cukup duit, kita boleh offer you loan.
Wow.
So we can go IMF, World Bank, and all of this you can go. And then think about things to come in the future, macam ESG and everything. Now it's already started already. In the future, 5 years down the road, they are going to push the ESG.
So
And then
what's ESG?
environment, social governance, how your carbon footprint and stuff like that. So everybody's going to place on a scorecard how efficient are you managing carbon, how you're spending, how's all of this social governance, whether your company employs multiracial people, all of this dah mula dekat Europe and everything, and then they bawa spill over ni. So all of this, if your country doesn't comply to them, then say, you know what, we won't bring FDI into your country, because you do not comply to this. So even the article, when the DG of WHO given that much of power, is a lot of power. And on top of that,
and this is the
lagi satu benda yang dahsyat is, dia ada satu definasi non-state actor.
Non-state actor.
Can you explain the word non-state actor? Aku nak tambah acid sikit.
Non-state actor ni dia tambahkan, dia benarkan cakap macam Big Pharma akan produce produk-produk vaksin juga sebagai non-state actor. Ini yang kita concern. Tapi saya nak tambah lagi sebelum ni juga tentang borang persetujuan sebelum ni. See, we find out sebelum tu ialah KKM menerima maklumat, orang kata fact sheet of the recipient and health provider. So bila you pergi ke peak program, they ask you actually to refer to this, tapi tak pernah ditunjukkan. You see, no one will go and pergi tengok kat website MPRA, see, nak tahu sama ada apa manfaat dan risiko bila mengambil vaksin. And apa yang dapat tahu pula, bila you tengok orang apa ni konsen tu, dia kata kesan sampingan ringan dan lain-lain. You remember that perkataan tu, ringan dan lain-lain. I find out dalam fact sheet tu dia kata boleh kesan sampingan yang serius dan kematian.
Correct. Yeah.
So I memang terpanjat daripada awal ada penipuan tu. Termasuk pasal later find out ada myocarditis dan later dapat tahu ada penyakit 1291 kesan sampingan pada masa tu. And government doesn't want to tell about this.
Tapi bila cakap masuk kena hantar balai.
Kena hantar balai.
Kena hantar mahkamah.
Lepas tu
setiap bulan kena check in.
Betul.
Yeah,
that's what happens to me.
That's what happened to you, dog.
Yes.
Dog, this sounds really scary.
Yeah.
Benda ni like luar biasa.
Yeah.
So, wait, secara ringkas, should the Malaysian public be worried about WHO?
Yes.
Full stop.
Dia memang worried sebab apa? Even masa awal tu, I always talk about dia melanggar informed consent. Tidak ada persetujuan termaklum bila you ambil vaksin secara sukarela. Sebab apa? You see, masa zaman Hitler dulu, and why kita ada International Human Rights? Sebab pada zaman Hitler dulu, ramai orang-orang Yahudi kena gas chamber. So lepas habis perang tu, doktor-doktor ni kena pergi mahkamah, kena dituduh mahkamah kerana membunuh mereka ni semua. And their defense at that time ialah, during the war we be asked by Hitler at that time.
By the state.
Kita tak boleh buat apa-apa. Tapi the finding of the court, which later become what they call it Nuremberg Code, informed consent, dia kata apa? Dalam mana-mana keadaan emergency atau perang, tidak boleh buat 4 perkara. Tidak boleh ada torture, tidak boleh ada penyiksaan, tidak boleh ada perhambaan, tidak boleh ada detention without trial, and the last kali, tidak boleh ada apa-apa rawatan pencegahan tanpa persetujuan termaklum. So it's a big surprise that kita langgar semua perkara ni. It's just a basic thing. So you just imagine dengan pindahan IHR sekarang ni pula, now they decide to buang human right. Dulu ada human right pun dia langgar. Sekarang ni dia nak make sure sekarang ada WHO punya pindahan ni, nak bagi so much power to the DG WHO, which is unelected, no constitutional safeguard, apa lagi tak ada kuasa seimbang dan imbang. Kalau kat Malaysia, sekurang-kurangnya lah, kalau agama buat salah, we can go to court at least for judicial review.
Exactly.
Is it? But now DG punya ni, pindahan ni, tak ada judicial review. So kalau dia decide saja ada emergency concern, apa, international emergency of international concern, siapa nak review kalau dia punya keputusan tu salah?
Dia macam kuasa
kuasa mutlak lah.
Yeah. So you see they are not appointed. They are not appointed. They don't go to a democratic process kat Malaysia. Maksudnya tak ada undian untuk kita lantik siapa DG WHO tu. It's not even our Menteri Kesihatan lantik DG tu. So itu yang lagi satu yang benda I think mungkin Prince pun I think want to touch is who is actually the WHO. See, WHO is an organisation under United Nations, tapi they are funded by private entities, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, macam-macam entity. So
and going back to the history,
yes,
they are the ones from keturunan yang
God knows
kononnya worship Satan.
So when you have a pandemic, these guys in just 3 years ago we saw mereka ni lah yang pergi invest untuk beli, untuk buat kajian tentang vaksin thing. So untuk apa? Untuk dapatkan habuan at the end of the day. They are not philanthropists and everything. Mereka buat tu business. So create a problem, here's a solution,
and then sell the solution,
and then make the money and then sell it. When the product is like a shitty product like what we have now, and cause a lot of side effects.
Hold the thought, doctor. WHO, Princemeed. you are paling pakar lah.
Spill some meat, bro.
Freemason.
What's up?
The WHO logo.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong. There's two snakes.
Yes.
Two snakes and a what? Can you talk about the WHO logo?
Yeah. Gambar pun gambar ular.
Okay, so the WHO punya logo, okay, the world's famous World Health Organization. Honestly, they have like macam terlampau banyak rahsia that kita semua memang tak nampak tau. And it's been for so many years. For so many years, we are so blind. We saw semua benda ni memang depan mata, you know, like you can see the whole thing in front you, but you tak faham.
Okay.
You don't see it. Okay, the logo. Okay.
Is it there? There you go.
The snake right there. Okay. The snake that exact snake is already like a huge symbol for them, the people who are in charge of all of us.
What does it mean?
You know,
Venom?
who?
Venom?
No, it's not. I wish you know, but it means macam. How do I explain macam mana? I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. All these are the evil symbolism. Is the evil symbolism. I pun study about the symbolism. That's why dia sebenarnya bukan World Health Organization. World Health Organization ialah badan neraka dunia.
But tell us a bit more about the Freemason and links to WHO.
Okay, so the ones who have all the power in the world right now, it's the Jews. They are in charge of everything that we do today. Everything we stand for, the things we watch on TV, the movies, apa benda,
entertainment,
yes, everything, music or whatever,
medicine,
everything, food, dude, your Nescafe, dude, are you kidding me?
No.
Everything is from them, every single thing, and it's like for okay lah. I'm gonna talk about the Malaysia punya people, okay? Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. Okay, orang Malaysia ni, to be honest, they're so lost. They're lost, and they just don't care. I see it every single day. I see things on the internet. Contohnya macam right now, the war. Ada semua right now kan, the Palestine semua dengan budak-budak ni semua yang meninggal for no reason whatsoever. They did not do anything wrong. They got killed. And I buka je TikTok hari tu, I can see girls still posting dia punya joget-joget punya video semua, nak show the ass and dia punya boobs ke apa, which really don't matter in this
Context.
They're so lost. They are being controlled by all these things. They still don't see it. It's insane tau semua benda ni. Lepas tu the Freemasons in Malaysia, I'm gonna touch ni sikit lah. You know what I mean? If you guys don't mind.
Yeah, we're safe.
Yeah, the government here dekat Malaysia, most of our people yang ada kuasa right now, honestly, most of them are a part of that. They want that power. They get richer and richer and richer every day. Lepas tu yang lagi miskin akan lagi miskin sampai they don't have anything left. And COVID,
Very true.
okay, and then COVID. Okay lah, I'm gonna be honest. I pernah check and I was positive 2 kali. I don't feel jack shit. I feel fine. I check lagi the next day. Oh my god, I'm positive. I check lagi the next day. I don't okay, but I feel the exact same way. I tak ada cough, I tak ada rasa lemah. I feel macam
Normal lah.
Normal.
yeah. I feel like now, you know, like I feel fine. I tak ada ini semua kan. But I've seen people yang they trust this thing so much. Yes, kita kena vaksin juga untuk nak elakkan kita tak kena COVID. Dude, I made a video with him. The video got banned. You know why? Because they say that all this
Misinformation.
semua false information.
Yeah, and this is the thing that also will be in this akta. That means they will not have a second medical opinion.
Yeah.
Any opinion only comes from WHO,
Yeah.
and YouTube will only follow their tunjuk.
That's weird. I mean,
Yeah,
for any treatment, like here's one thing I learned about. Correct me if I'm wrong, doctor. You have a patient that enters the hospital.
Exactly.
Let's say you have 10 different doctors. All 10 might give
Something
4
different.
different diagnostics.
Yeah.
This is the truth, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
There's
a fact.
no way. This is normal reality, guys. My adik is a doctor, so I used to ask him, bro, kalau I demam, I was hospital, 10 doktor check ke pre sekarang, agak-agak semua 10 ni bagi same diagnosis, beza-beza. Even my own adik says, no, beza-beza. So but different doctors have different views on you. It might just be a flu,
Exactly.
but different doctor might say, oh no, this is a respiratory problem. But the fact that even doctors can give different diagnostics,
Yeah.
how can WHO say this is the
That's
final
what-
statement?
That's what they
That's
want to do.
scary.
They want to just follow the science.
Follow the science.
But there's no such a debate or discussion. So
Correct.
there's so many things that actually happened during that time, but there was no focus on like your natural immunity. Like example, like Prince said, kalau umur macam Prince dapat COVID, kalau dia tak rokok lah, there is a good lifestyle, having good sunlight, exercise and everything,
Yeah.
you know his chances of surviving is 99.99997%. He doesn't have anything.
Correct.
So you're talking about that risk of his age group.
Right.
But again, I'm not saying that any prophylaxis cannot be used. Someone who is like 80 years old or 90 years old, who is a smoker, alcoholic, lepas tu ada masalah, pernah dapat sakit jantung lah, anything. Okay, I would say for that kind of guy, highly consideration if you want to treat something, whether it's going to be vaccine or whether it's other medications, he has a higher risk of having some complication. So
Sure.
the choice has to be given to the public. You cannot dictate. You cannot dictate. Coming, whether it's going to be like GG, you cannot dictate. You need to give some form of allowance, but you need to learn what is right and what is wrong.
Ya, I nak celah sikit tentang censorship ni tadi. I pun cukup terperanjat sebab sebelum berlakunya COVID-19 ni, you boleh cakap apa saja.
Betul.
You boleh cakap apa saja.
I
You nak
agree.
cakap pasal Dajjal ke, pasal Freemason ke, pasal riba, just anything. You nak attack government, it's just freedom of speech.
Betul.
You be allowed, is it?
Correct.
Then suddenly bila COVID-19 ni, first time ada censorship. And then you came to know that there's a fact check where they paid apa ni, Facebook dan sebagainya, is it, to say whatever you say this information, misinformation. Is it? And then ada banyak situasi di mana bila editor censor benda-benda macam ni, ada some MPs dekat UK ke US katalah, kenapa you censor kita? Because yang bagi statement ni ialah doktor yang ada
Kelayakan.
yang baik.
Yep, just a different perspective.
Just a perspective.
Yeah.
So now bila dia buat pindaan ni, sekarang dia tak nak gunakan cara tu, dia buat satu dimension dia panggil infodemic. You see? So WHO akan decide. So very dangerous. Is it putting WHO to decide what is misinformation, what is right information, using the word infodemic ni.
They control our medication. They want to control our movement, and then they want to control the information as well.
Yes,
That's too much power.
Well,
Too much power for just a health organization. This is not even. We're not talking about macam kerabat ke apa.
Yeah.
This is literally just a health organization that wants to control everything that we want to do.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
basically something that we can put on the table. Betul tak?
Betul.
Okay. But what can we do, guys? At the end of the day, bila kita dapat semua info ni, diorang ni banyak duit.
Okay, I nak tambah sikit lagi, satu lagi. Paling penting juga benda ni. You see, Carl Schwab, dia punya advisor, siapa nama advisor dia?
Siapa tu?
Yang apa tu?
Johan apa?
Johan apa tu? Historian from Tel Aviv tu, yang homosexual.
Sapiens. The writer of the book Sapiens.
Homo Deus Homo Sapien.
Okay.
Yuval Harari apa?
Yeah, something.
Ni. I bought this book. You see, 3 buku dia. When I read this book tentang Homo Deus, itu manusia Tuhan, you see, dia punya kajian tu surprise me. Because that's what actually dia punya agenda syaitan, yang mana dalam Quran kata saya tak nak sembah manusia ni sebab saya ni daripada api, kamu daripada tanah. So it's about dia ialah makhluk yang dipilih.
Sure.
And then when I look dekat dunia hari ni, the way bila dia tukar kitab Taurat kepada Talmudik, bahawa kita ni dipilih, you all semua goyim. Lepas tu bila I tengok kasut kata pula, oh you are the useless eaters. Even this historian advisor ni kata, kita ni sekarang dah manusia yang irrelevant. And even masa kes Gaza ni pula, dia kata orang Gaza ni semua animal. So bila I link all this, animal, useless eaters, goyim, irrelevant, and then dia bincang apa, dia kata dia punya teori humanism ni, teori humanism very important. You see, sebelum ni kita terima konsep human right, hak asasi semua dipanggil liberal humanism. Liberal humanism. So kita ada hak asasi dan sebagainya. Datangnya demokrasi dan sebagainya. Tapi pada sama pula, kumpulan ni menggunakan lagi satu prinsip, bahawa humanism liberal ni tak perlu decide by individu, decide by the state. Dia panggil social humanism. Jadi teori socialist, komunis wujud. So kita ada dua binary. Sama ada you duduk dalam macam kat Malaysia parti sosialis ke, atau you parti liberal ke, parti orang kata demokrasi dan sebagainya. Sama juga dekat Labour konservatif di UK ataupun di Amerika. Tetapi ada satu lagi sebenarnya, mereka sebenarnya menggunakan konsep setan, dipanggil evolutionary humanism. That was discussed dalam buku dia. You see, bahawa mereka dah sampai ke satu peringkat bahawa mereka kontrol sama ada you pergi prinsip liberal humanism atau you pergi prinsip social humanism. But they actually control benda ni, because they believe the evolutionary humanism, they are the chosen one.
Yeah.
You see, so surprising. You see, agenda tu memang agenda setan, agenda dajjal. They are moving towards that.
Yeah.
And I think just to add in apa yang kata is Jufliz kata is, you tahu tak, perasan tak masa time vaccination roll out, they created troops among the people. They created hate among each other. They created hate among Muslims versus Muslims, the ones who were not agreeing,
Anti-vax,
and labeling people like that. And see, these things today, after from a 95%, 97% first dose, second dose, we had the third dose at 50%, and then fourth dose 2.5%. Do you know that the tables turn? They turn table at the moment.
Correct. I saw the
Today,
news.
People in the future, kalau ada vaksin yang bagus pun, akan was-was untuk ambil, because they see what happened, they see how it destroyed communities. Not just here.
Yeah.
We're talking about European countries. We're talking about this global issue. And the death rate kalau naik pun, semua buat tak tahu. Semua letak statistik bawah kapit. Malaysia death rate increased last year by at least 12 to 15,000 extra people. And then lagi satu benda, IHR, they will try to impose a mandatory vaccine passport. Tapi dalam mandatory passport dia kata apa tau? Vaccination or prophylaxis. But they never mention about natural immunity. You tak boleh deny natural immunity tu. Katakan one option dapat chicken pox. I can get chicken pox, you can get chicken pox. A new kid born today, maybe got vaccination from chicken pox. So if you got natural immunity from chicken pox, or you are denied because that country said mandatory for you to get vaccinated. Tapi you already got the immunity. The core is the immunity.
Correct.
But the immunity is denied. Natural way of protecting ourselves, whether you're going to use traditional medicine, modern medicine, or proper lifestyle, itu benda yang deny.
Okay, but doc, I mean, at the end of the day, there'll be a wave that people say ni semua hanya conspiracy theory, right? That thing we can't deny. Okay, how do we? I mean, what can we do about it? Sebagai orang biasa, bila kita tahu semua ni gerakan WHO, link to the Freemason, link to the Rothschild punya family. And this is the battle between good and evil. At the end of the day, apa kita boleh buat?
2 months ago, bila berdepan dengan situasi macam ni, kita bincang dengan beberapa rakan-rakan yang bersama dengan kita, how to respond problem ni. Sebab kita dah sampai ke peringkat bila pindaan ini akan mengambil kuasa negara hari ini. Even masa emergency itu pun dah diambil. They're testing us through this global coup d'etat, secara emergency, so-called emergency because of health reason. And now dia gunakan pindaan ni nak mengambil keadaan ni. So 2 months back we decide to make a police report, katakan. So a lot of report was made against the previous government, the present government, that they have actually ill-advised under Article 40 of the Federal Constitution to the Agong, is it? And failing to give the advice whether maliciously, negligently ke recklessly, menyebabkan maklumat tu tak sampai kepada Yang Tuan Agong, dan ini yang menyebabkan berlakunya pandemik, berlaku ramai ambil vaksin without informed consent, lockdown dan juga pindaan ni. So ini melanggar ada penal code punya offence. So I think dah beribu report ni dibuat. That's why I think Menteri Kesihatan Zaliha respond I think a week ago bahawa kita concern kemembangan rakyat tentang pindaan ni akan mengambil kuasa raja. So what happened, kita bincang lagi, under the Federal Constitution sebenarnya negara kita ni sebenarnya dikontrol oleh Yang Tuan Agong Amat Raja. Sebab the three institution ni, eksekutif, kerajaan yang sedia ada ni ialah kerajaan tuanku. Parlimen pun ialah parlimen tuanku. Institusi kehakiman pun institusi tuanku. Sebab apa saya kata macam ni? Because kalau you look dalam constitution kita, pelantikan Perdana Menteri akan diputuskan oleh Agong. Dissolution of the parliament akan diputuskan oleh Agong. Sebab tu kalau Agong nak lantik siapa yang dapat command the majority, we still don't know the numbers because it's unjustifiable. You tidak boleh bawa ni ke mahkamah. Sama dia lantik betul ke cukup ahli parlimen yang support Muhyiddin ke Sabri ke Anwar ke, we don't know sebenarnya akhirnya. You see, because you tak boleh challenge benda ni. So maknanya kita tahu kuasa Agong tu very important. Supaya juga macam parlimen, you boleh bertanding, tetapi SPR yang mengawal parlimen tu directly under Yang Tuan Agong selepas berbincang dengan Majlis Raja. So how powerful?
Correct.
Supaya juga macam kehakiman, the highest pelantikan hakim ni ialah Yang Tuan Agong Majlis Raja. So you know that this constitution kita ni bergantung kepada Agong Majlis Raja.
Correct.
So bila berlaku keadaan macam ni, kita cukup bimbang sebab kerajaan basically is not really function, parliament is not really function, kehakiman is not function. So we send this memorandum to the Agong concern over dipindaan. Tapi apa yang kita dapat respon hari ini, walaupun kita dengar ada Agong mungkin concern, tetapi kita tengok tak ada something yang really solid untuk dia respon dengan keadaan kita ni. Supaya juga macam Zaliha Menteri Kesihatan bila dia kata kita masih bincang lagi, pindaan ni belum lagi finalize. Tapi I did respond. I kata kalau you tak finalize, kita punya concern ada 3 perkara. Pertama ialah kerajaan yang lepas yang banyak cadang pindaan ni ke IHR ni. Itu yang pertama. Kedua ialah meeting-meeting ni under the international intergovernmental negotiating group, ING ataupun the working group of IHR. Kita tak tahu dia bincang untuk apa. Even meeting yang di 25 Oktober ni katakan, dia nak bincang berapa pindaan. We don't know apa yang dia tak setuju, yang dia tak setuju.
Betul.
Kita tak tahu lagi. Jadi ini semua berlaku antara kerajaan dengan WHO. Tetapi
wakil kerajaan.
Wakil kan. Tapi kita ada pindaan yang cukup bahaya. Yang depan mata kita ni. Dengan infodemic, dengan One Health approach. Nak gabungkan manusia, binatang dengan environment untuk approach to declare emergency. Maknanya kalau besok kalau ada banjir dekat Gua Musang, kononnya dapat satu patogen yang tak wujud, dia kata itu patogen kena lockdown. So you just imagine how dangerous power tu.
Correct.
So sebab tu I cukup bimbang macam you kata how to respond. I kata sekarang ni kalau even pemerintah tak boleh solve negara kita, sebenarnya tinggal pada rakyat ya sekarang ni.
The rakyat have to rise.
The rakyat have to rise tapi strategically.
bring
Bukan kita
the people
nak memberontak. Sebab apa? I remember masa dia buat pandemik ni, dia dah buat satu simulation. Dalam simulation, kalau you baca simulation by Bill Gates, WHO dengan IMF tak salah, because we put this argument dekat mahkamah.
The event 201
tu event 201 tu. Dia ada 7-8 possibility yang can happen, dia kata. Selain daripada lockdown, dia kata rakyat akan memberontak. So they want us to memberontak supaya dia ada alasan nak tangkap kita. So for that very reason, I bagi tahu banyak kawan-kawan, kita tak perlu nak demonstrasi gila-gila. What we can do ialah kita bincang dan kita protes secara setempat. Kita bincang dengan kita network kita. So kita sebenarnya tak melanggar apa-apa pun. Kita concern But we are ready to respond to all these power grab ni.
Tapi yang lagi satu masalah is even dalam isu macam ni, still wujud doktor-doktor locally yang support IHR ni tanpa rujuk benda ni. They just think very purist. IHR ni to regulate in the future of pandemic. So they just think in a very pure way. They think, it's good. But they don't go and dig into this. And then another one more thing. Yang ni mungkin kena pecah tembelang sikit lah. A lot of people yang kerja dalam public health ni, I positions after retirement. I positions of big post in WHO, big pharma and everything. Because why? They get to push the papers easily. Dapat contract, this and that. Take all this big director post and everything in O. So when they retire, there's a job for them. So they will never question. They will never question this, because if they question this, you see that, no way I'm going to work with WHO. Hands down.
Yeah.
But that's just face the fact.
Yeah, outspoken.
Yeah. Look at my face, they say, no way. This guy cannot work for this organization. Even though we're speaking the truth. You wanna be looking for a better healthcare system globally. Benda takkan jalan. Because you don't like our agenda. You are against our narrative.
And then, I nak celah sikit. This great reset is a capitalism great reset. Jangan lupa tu. Is it a capitalism great reset? Macam saya kata balik, they are moving towards Pax Americana to Pax Judaica.
Well, all these
Maknanya-
all these terms you have to elaborate.
Ya.
So these terms, I
I
think
nak kaitkan macam ni.
yeah.
Kita sekarang ni duduk dalam sistem usuri riba, where your money is bogus money, where your lending is a creating out of thin air, because they charge interest, also they call it fractional reserve banking. Dia pusing je kitaran je accounting tu, tiba-tiba semua kondo ni naik. Jadi it's like you put 1 juta kat
Yeah.
you nak pinjam kan, so I bagi you duit, tapi your property is being collateralized, so bangunan tu pun naik, you hutang, lepas tu I bagi pinjam orang yang kedua juga, because ada certain period you tak boleh keluar banyak duit tu, so 1 juta tu boleh jadi
10 juta.
10 juta
Yeah,
accounting entry dia.
Yeah.
So that actually the problem of this usuri or riba ni, because money is just created out of thin air.
Right.
You see? So it is a bogus money. That's why. And today, walaupun you pakai bogus money, okay, tak apa, sekurang-kurangnya duit riba ni ada juga, you pegang boleh bayar. Tapi the great reset capitalism ni will be, orang kata, e-payment, digital, central bank digital currency. Maknanya duit pun tak ada. And then,
Later on, yeah.
yeah,
correct.
later on.
Yeah.
And I'm really concerned kalau betul the next ruling state menggantikan Amerika ni, which is Israel, and they are using multi-supranational company behind them. You see? That is why they orang pergi attack Jerusalem ni and make it as a capital city for the last many years. Why they suddenly decide? At first it was an international body yang govern the Jerusalem. Tiba-tiba dia ambil. I nak aku kata go back to the history sikit tentang the Judaism dan sebagainya. You see? Selepas kematian Nabi Sulaiman, or before that, there is a first Islamic country dipanggil zaman Nabi Daud. This is actually the first Islamic state. Islam ni bukan saja Islam Nabi Muhammad, Islam Torah pun Islam juga, Islam Kristian pun Islam juga. Because as long you believe to one God, you are Islam. Cuma syariat dia berbeza-beza. What happened ialah selepas kematian the Solomon, Nabi Sulaiman ni, tak ada lagi kerajaan Bani Israel ni. Bani Israel ni from the Yaqub, the 12 family ni, dia orang berpecah. 2 stay in Jerusalem, 10 pergi ke Samaria. Tapi dalam history, atau even dalam Quran, kerana mereka melanggar perintah Allah sebagai tanah suci itu, mereka dihalau 2 kali. Satu masa zaman Raja Nemuziza, the Persian, I think 586 before century. The second expulsion was 70 zaman Raja Titus. Diorang tak boleh balik. Diorang tak balik. They will disperse all these Semitic Jew. Tak boleh balik. Tetapi apa yang berlaku dalam Quran, mula-mula dia sebut Bani Israel. Lepas tu dia berubah ayat tu kepada Bani Nasrani, Bani Yahudi. Sebab bila kelahirannya Nabi Isa, bila dia tak accept Nabi Isa tu the Messiah, dia nak tunggu Dajjal tu. Jadi perpecahan antara dua Semitic group, iaitu the Nasrani dengan Yahudi, mereka berpecah sebab the Yahudi tak terima Nabi Isa tu sebagai Nabi, pasal dia kata ini anak logika, the son of the bastard. You see, pertembungan ni lama, perpecahan ni, sampailah later ada konsep dipanggil Zionism. It was just coined in 1897 or earlier, bila Theodor Herzl create benda tu. And I remember dalam satu ayat Quran, ayat surah Maidah verses 51, banyak orang salah interpretation tentang ayat-ayat ni, sebab interpretation ni banyak sebenarnya salah. Sebab kita ni bukan against the whole Jew, kita bukan against the whole Nasrani, only some Jews and some Nasrani yang kita tak boleh in alliance and friend together. That's why kita tak setuju yang mereka ni alliance together. Tetapi ayat ni was a future tense punya ayat. Bila berlaku the alliances? Sebab mereka bergaduh all the time. And I personally dapat bukti ni bila I baca buku The House of Rothschild. Sebab apa yang berlaku pada 1845, bila the Rothschild family control the first bank and create the IOU, this lending with interest and lending pakai bond, one of dia punya family, I think Lionel or Nathan Rothschild, dia jadi ahli parlimen, tapi dia tak boleh masuk ke parlimen di UK sebab kena pegang kitab Bible. Dia tak setujulah. Kan? Tapi anak dia dapat satu title, dia panggil Lord Baron, under the Royal Peerage punya family. Pasal masa tu the Royal Family Christian ni control Europe ketika itu. Kan? So lepas they are in alliance, kan, later barulah family dia menang ahli parlimen ni masuk ke parlimen, tapi tak pegang kitab Bible, pegang under I'm a Jehovah Witness dan sebagainya. So bila I tengok perkataan tu, cerita tu, so the alliance tu berlaku pada time tu. So ayat surah Maidah ni berlaku bila ada in alliance tu. Bila berlaku je alliance tu, berlaku lepas tu konsep Zionism, dan masa tu Theodor Herzl buat satu General Assembly Zionism di Switzerland in 1897. Jadi so bila you tengok keadaan tu, ini first time dia in alliance sekarang ni. Lepas tu 2 tahun lepas tu lah kita jumpa mayat Firaun. Jadi kan, pasal Allah kata satu hari nanti tubuh badan Firaun ni akan dibuktikan. So bila you follow all these sequence of event, you start realizing that the Jew yang maju ni lah yang buat kerja-kerja ni. You panggil Scandinavian Jew ke, the Anglo-Saxon ke, the Scythian ke, they are actually the one who bring back the Semitic Jew. Sebab tu dalam surah ayat Anbiya tu dia kata, the Jew will not coming back to tanah suci tu only until the Yajuj Majuj come from the higher mountain. See, what does it mean? Higher mountain tu dekat Caucasian lah ni, atau Caucasus tu. So memang subjek ni is very interesting subject. Macam isu Freemason ni juga, kita tahu bila the Night of the Templar, pasal masa perang salib ni, kita cukup peranjat kenapa Kristian yang daripada barat datang nak pergi ke Baitul Maqdis, tapi bunuh ramai orang Kristian Ortodok di Istanbul ketika tu. Why Kristian fighting? Jadi, and then bila dia dapat tawan Baitul Maqdis, dia bunuh ramai orang. Kan? Lepas tu di Night Templar ni lari, pasal cerita kononnya nak dapatkan macam-macam maklumat ataupun black magic di bawah Solomon Temple dan sebagainya. Tapi ringkasnya bila dia balik ke France masa tu, the France punya raja realise that Night Templar ni cukup jahat. Dia run to the Scotland, pergi kat Mason, tubuhlah Mason jadi Freemason ni. So the Freemason, the Illuminati, semua ni lah kumpulan-kumpulan yang sama, bergerak pada satu agenda Zionism yang sama.
Betul.
I think this when we connect the dots, inilah sebenarnya cerita dia sekarang ni. That's why kita surprise macam I kata sekarang ni, why mereka nak sangat Jerusalem, why mereka nak sangat nak runtuhkan Masjid Al-Aqsa ni. Jadi kenapa ni mereka? Sebab yalah, saya tahu kebanyakan ulama-ulama biasa Islam kita ni, dia bincang tu, dia tak base dengan fact finding, tak base dengan sains, cuma gunakan kitab Al-Quran. So not easy to respond to their argument tu. Tapi kita gunakan argument ni base dengan antropologi, base dengan fakta, base dengan data. kan? Dan kita nampak ini ada hubungan tentang World Economic Forum, tentang apa ni, IMF, World Bank dan sebagainya. We are moving towards that. Sebab tu saya kata sekarang ni kita duduk zaman fitnah yang paling hujung sekarang ni.